All right, guys, Cinderella is officially in the game. She is here. Today is Thursday, June 12th, 2025. She finally dropped. Woke up a little early today, so she dropped. So I want to go over how to unlock her, what's the best route to get her, is she a paywall, all that good stuff. So if we go into it, special events, you're going to see 3 events here. We have Say the Magic Words, the Embodiment of Hope, and a Dreamlight Gown. A Dreamlight Gown is the time trial that you need Cinderella for. As you get higher in these top 10%, you get more shards. So at top 10%, you get 30 of the Jack and Gus Epic Cruise, 15 of her shards, 16 orders of box credits, a motto, 2 mottos, and a plate. 25% is 10 and 10, 50 is 6 and 7, 75 is 4 and 5, and then top 100, just for participating, you get 2 shards each for her and her epic, plus the universal box credit. You get 2 of those there. So Dreamlight Gown, the real juice. See the Magic Words. This is the multiplayer team mode event that they've been doing. It's good that they're putting mid-seasons in here. You're getting extra shards for them. So the 3 races you want to focus on is Ariel, Aurora, or Cinderella. All this means is plus 150, plus 80, plus 30. Essentially means, say if you go into matchmaking with Ariel and she is, say, at the champion level, if you see the win and loss column, champion win is 40, champion loss is 25. So just by competing in team mode, in multiplayer, in ranked at a specific level, you're going to gain points whether you win or lose. So say if you're at the champion level and you win, you get plus 40 points. Say if you're Ariel, you get an extra 30 point multiplier on top, totaling 70 points. You get the 30 here, plus 30, plus the 40 under the win column of champion. And you just accrue points. So if you have Aurora, it's plus 80, and then if you get Cinderella and you want to expedite this process and get as much points as fast as possible, then it's plus 150. So say if you're at Cinderella, she's at the Emerald level, that's 30 points on a win, 20 points for a loss. You get 150 plus either 30 for a win, so that'd be 180 points every single race. Or if you lose the race at the Emerald level, it's 150 plus 20, so you get plus 170 per race. So if we look at these guys here, Ariel's very big and featured in here. You get some upgrade coins and some crew members for this collection, for the Cinderella collection. And then as you keep going up the ladder, at 2,500 points, you get 1 shard for her. At 3,000, you get another 1 shard for her epic. At 3,500, you get 1 shard for her racer. 4,000 is 2 of her epic. And then 4,500 is 2 of hers racer shards, plus an extra 3 epics at 5,000. So if you total here, there's a total of 6 epic crew shards that you can get just by completing this. Or you get a total of 4 of her racer shards just by completing this time trial event. So good thing about this is you have 2 weeks to do it. You don't need Ariel, you don't need Aurora or Cinderella. You can literally play anybody and just keep farming points based on whatever racer rank you are and whether you win or lose. So through time, as long as you play, you are guaranteed to get 4 of her racer shards and then 6 of her epics, right? So that's 4 of her racer shards, 6 of her epics, and then the event is the Bodiment of Hope. So this is where you start getting more shards. So you can get a total of 3 of her shards through this event. You'll get 2 just by completing these 2 objectives. The objectives to focus on to get her shards is Aurora at level 30. You'll get 1 extra shard for her. And then Ariel at level 35, you'll get a 2nd shard. If you use Aurora at 35 and you win the race, you'll get an extra 4 of her epic. So this actually unlocks her epic. If you have Aurora at 35, honestly, if she's at level 25, 30, you might be able to get away with it and still complete this level 35 recommended level requirement. You don't need it at 35, but it's recommended. So if you're lower, like a level 25 Aurora, the AI might be a little bit harder, but I have seen people all the time complete this with like 10 levels underneath. So just keep that in mind. So say you grind in multiplayer, you get all these shards. All these shards here, you're going to get a total of 4 of her racer shards and 6 of her epic. And then you go over to the Embodiment of Hope. And you use Aurora at level 35. You beat this objective. You actually unlock her epic just from that alone, but you need Aurora to do that. And then if you use Ariel and Aurora and complete all these objectives, which we'll go through real quick, you'll get your extra 3 racer shards, totaling you 7 shards for Cinderella. So they're essentially giving out 7 quote-unquote free Aurora shards as long as you can complete these objectives here. So you'd be missing 3, and the only way to get these 3 would be in the shop. But let's look at the objectives real quick. So Elsa level 15, Mega level 20, Mulan and Elsa level 25, Baymax, Ariel, and Aurora at level 30, and then Baymax, Ariel, and Aurora at 35. So total, out of the 10 objectives, if you get 5 out of 10 or 8 out of 10, you'll get these crew members here, Fairy Godmother and Prince Charming. And then if you complete all 10 objectives out of 10, you'll get that extra 1 shard for Cinderella. I kind of was wishing this would be 4 shards, totaling 10 total, but it is what it is. Mid-seasons are never entirely free. The Golden Pass racers always use for these mid-seasons in Baymax, and then Aurora being a mid-season, another princess is required for this one as well. So if you complete this, which you could do with any racer, you're not required to have any of these racers. If you complete this through time, which you will as long as you put the time into play matchmaking, and then you complete all these objectives, you're going to total yourself at 7 Cinderella shards and then 10 of her epics, unlocking her. So that's kind of the breakdown. You're going to be missing 3 shards if you complete all these objectives, and then the only way to get the 3 shards is through her box. So here's the box, bibbity boppity box. So 450 tokens, feature racer every 30 opens. If you guys see this, this essentially means on every box open, you get 3 pulls, which means every 10 boxes that you pull, you'll be guaranteed to get times 10 shards for her, unlocking her. She's an epic, so she's going to have a lower drop rate. She has an 18% drop rate. Her epic is 10%. The rare crew, Fairy Godmother, Prince Charming is 15%, and then the commons are 14%. So if you pull a box or 2, say if you have enough tokens to open up 2 boxes, it's not super high or super likely that you're going to pull a Cinderella shard. Just keep that in mind. The pull rates are a little bit harder, but if you complete all the objectives, the 2 events, you're going to have 7. You're going to need 3 more shards. This is the way to get her. So this is the way to get her. It is what it is, but in the box, you see the Cinderella, there's her epic, there's Prince Charming, Fairy Godmother, Major and Bruno, the King, and just the crew. There's not that much crew in this collection as of right now, being that there's only 2 racers in this collection, but that is the way to get Cinderella. What we're going to do, guys, is hang tight. I'm going to be playing her at regulated level 50. We'll get right into it. And then I'm going to make a video also on all her cosmetics, colors, suits, cart libraries, things like that. But one thing I just want to mention as well, right before I end this video, is if you look at her base speed at level 50. So this is level 50, regulated with no crew. So you're going to see her base speed before any crew is added on. You're going to see that her top speed is at 5554. All right, 5554, really high acceleration, handling, and boost, and then her combat's lower. But her base speed is 5554. If you guys are curious what that means, when you compare her to other racers, her speed, she's faster than Jessie, right? Brawler. She's faster than Ariel, Elizabeth Swan, Eve, Steamboat Mickey, Aurora, right? She's got higher speed than them. She's faster than Meg, than Oswald, and Dr. Finkelstein. And she is just faster than Wally and Mowgli and Belle. So her speed tier, if you want to think like how fast is she going to go, think about Wally, think about Mowgli, think about Belle, think about Anxiety, Olaf. She's right in that speed tier. She's probably going to be going the same miles per hour as Wally, Mowgli, Belle while you're racing. So, yeah, we'll see. I'm going to do some gameplay. Hang tight. I'm going to show off her abilities in a race. I'm just going to start a race. You guys are going to see the race from start to finish as long as you see the abilities. With her abilities, despite her having lower top speed, like as a lightweight character, like Mowgli, like Belle and all them, her abilities could make up for it and make her a significantly better racer than the Wally, the Mowgli, the Bells, the Jessies, the Meg, the Oswalds, the Ariel, and all that. Probably not Ariel, to be honest with you, but hang tight. We're going to get right into it. Alright guys, so for her abilities, let's go with her skills. This is her kit. She starts with Cloak, she gets Cloak, she has Fire, she has Bomb, and she gets Rush, so it's pretty good. She's going to be able to upgrade her Fire and her Rush. The Rush is pretty good for someone who's not as fast and who's a lightweight, but this is her unique skill called Dreams Come True. She has a normal, a charge, and a passive, so the passive essentially is whenever she's driving on the track, a glass slipper is going to spawn onto the track. If rivals run into it, they'll get stunned. But if you run into the slipper and you pick it up, then she starts driving on autopilot at a fast speed while slowing all nearby racers. So we're going to see how it works. Maybe you run into the slipper, she's going fast on autopilot. Maybe she has like an aura around her. If people go in her aura, they get slowed down. So that's good. Normal, she transforms into a pumpkin cart, gaining speed and improving steering for a short duration. So she already has great handling. So she's going to be going faster in this cart. And also improve her steering. So I wonder if this is going to be like an autopilot, but manual. Because you guys know how with autopilots you could just cut really sharp turns. It does it for you. I'm thinking that may be what this is. Essentially an autopilot that you have to control in terms of speed and steering. And then her charge is she puts up her magical gown, bedazzling everyone around her and slowing them down for a short duration. So she's going to have this aura. She's a slowdown racer. So despite her low top speed, she could stun people just passively by putting a slipper on the ground that you don't have to do anything for. Or if you pick it up, she's going to go faster on autopilot while slowing people down. So she's getting a speed increase with low top speed while also slowing people down. Or with her charge, she could just slow people down to help mitigate how slow she could be. Or she'll get more speed and better turning with her normal, despite her low speed. So these abilities offset not having a high speed stat very well. So let's jump right into it and see what they look like in game.
I just know we'll all do well.
All right. Yeah, so she feels very, very light. We're going to farm her abilities, and we're just going to see how they play out. But first impressions, she's a lightweight with very good handling. So her normal, she goes into the cart, and then she's able to... So that's a slipper. Okay. So her tap ability. She does have really good handling. I mean, I feel like the handling doesn't feel much different. But dang, does this normal ability last? It lasted a lot longer than I thought it would. Okay, so she probably gets stunned for the sole reason that she's not green. She could probably get stunned in there, so we're gonna see how that works. But the glass slipper, we picked it up. She went on an autopilot, and I guess if someone goes near her or around her, she'll slow them down. So let's use charge. And you see we're just slowing people down now. Stunning a lot of people. Looks pretty good, honestly. The charge is nice. The slowdown is very nice. We're going to use the normal ability again. So you can't drift with this ability. Can't drift. Can't jump, can't drift. But she does go faster. Her base speed right now is 130. That's how fast she goes just normally. So again, let's see her base speed with this. It looks the same. It's 130 as well. So it doesn't look like she's going faster with this thing. I don't know. The speed doesn't reflect, so that's something to note. Again, she's a speedster, guys, so it's really important to go over speed pads with her. She'll maintain boosts. But these are abilities. Let me know what you guys think. We're going to use her slowdown again. See it in action. I don't know what happened there. That ability just stopped. But overall, she feels good. You know, she doesn't feel that slow, though. I don't know. Something about it. She doesn't feel that slow. She really isn't fast, though, so keep that in mind, too. She's not fast, but... Let's get the slowdown again. Let people pass us. Donald, you're just ruining it. Yeah, it's a pretty good slowdown, man. That's one thing, and it lasts a good amount of time, too. And then again, you can't jump with this thing. I can't jump off this grind pipe. It doesn't seem like her miles per hour goes faster, but it says that she goes faster with better handling. But the handling honestly feels the same. I don't know if it's bugged. I don't know if this is how it's supposed to be, but her normal activation does not make her go faster based on miles per hour. Yeah, she's going 130, just like normally. So I think what happens here is, I think what's going on is you can't drift with this ability, her normal tap, but her handling is better where you could take sharp turns as if you're drifting, but you're not drifting. I think that's what's happening, but the slowdown's really nice. I like the slowdown a lot. And the glass slipper, I haven't seen the glass slipper. Maybe I'm not just looking for it, but the glass slipper will stun people, or if you go over it, she gets her autopilot. So I wonder if her glass slipper just doesn't spawn if you're in first, but it should as a passive ability. I don't see the glass slipper. We'll try to look for it a little bit. But overall, I like how she's a speedster. I think it's very good that she's a speedster. Go over your speed pads with speedsters. The slipper's not here, so this is a weird showing. I don't see her slipper at all. So let me have people pass us real quick for this last lap and see if the slipper will spawn from there. We're gonna get sun here. Yeah, but it's a nice slowdown. I'm not gonna lie. The slowdown's really good. I think the slowdown, her charge ability, is the best part of her ability. But again, I don't see the slipper. It's a passive, so it should be spawning continuously. It shouldn't just be a one-time thing. But her charge, again, will slow people down. And it's a pretty good slowdown, I'm not gonna lie. Pretty good slowdown. And then again, her pumpkin coach type thing. Around this turn, let's see it. She turns really well with it. So her steering gets better because she can't drift. But she doesn't go faster necessarily. So despite it saying that, that's Cinderella. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, drop a like. Yeah, we're going to be going live. We're going to be ranking her up and seeing how far she can go. All right, I'll catch you guys next time.